Hey guys, it's Throgg coming at you with another game of Total Warhammer 3. We'll take stock of what's going on in the world in a bit, but right now, we're gonna brawl. We need to fight him first, because he's got all the ranged troops. And by first, I mean get our troops in there against him, while Elspeth is going to reinforce. We'll have 1 minute to get across. She's a scary lady, of course, but we'll just try to deal, right? Her real thing is, casting really scary spells, but it looks like she doesn't even have her discounted purple sun. So, get wrecked. Love that for her. In this army, we're going to have Flying Empire Captain almost certainly, Steam Tank, Bruckner on a Demi, and then a shocking amount of ranged units. So we're just going to need to get in there on them. Just stuff the zone and wish that we had Vanguard deployment. Oh, great, and there's no cover to roll around from. Fortunately. So the 4 cannons, that's a potentially big worry. But we'll, where they have them? Back here, yeah, we can just zoom around from this side, and then they won't really be able to get good access to it. Like, if we do this, is it too aggressive? It may be. It certainly may be, because we don't have anything else to support them here. Yeah, that's too aggressive. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. Because the thing is although this is crazy and like a disaster and we're getting shot up, it would be worse if we didn't do it. We just have to go, right? We just have to go. That's the thing, is they don't have a front line at all. So although we're getting shot up here, once we get in, we're in. And they don't have anything we have to worry about being on us to the extent that they ever do. They don't have it here. And of course we take a bunch of damage there. We're just avoiding the halberds here. Get a breath attack here and a breath attack here. Get these guys downhill charge into the Outriders. They're doing some big old bombardment. Oh, that's Elspeth. She's here. Good. Great, actually. Just what I wanted. Wulfrik wants to get in there. We're gonna Hunter of Champions her. Where is it? Oh, it doesn't fit on the keyboard anymore because he's got too many abilities. That's rough. But of course, the good thing about this is we know that they don't have like anything here. Like we're in. For all of these fools are trying to do something. Overcast final transportation where? Here, right there. No, not right there. Right there. Because Elspeth popped. Now we just need to get onto the Master Engineer. Mammoth's having a party. Not really much of one. They're getting shot up pretty bad, actually. We needed to get them moving. Alright, we enraged them, and now they've got their resistances. Bruckner running around like a wuss. We're fighting great swords with skin wolves and getting shot, so that's not good. I'm like, what's happening here? Oh, it's the wizard fighting against anything. We can get out, though. Throw the Manti summon down. Oh, wow, that actually did a whole lot of damage. Javelin's doing nothing. It's alright. Hey, Neo, good morning. Calico Rat, good morning. Am I winning? Yeah-ish. It's a really rough fight, but we're doing okay. We fought like a couple really strong armies here, so I knew it was gonna do a bunch of damage to us, but we end up rolling them up. Almost lose that whole unit, but maybe they'll come back together. It was two armies we were against here. Last night I did like I have my battle set to like an hour before it ends, and I had a lot of it on fast forward. I was doing this siege, and it went like super rough, but then it ended up I army lost them, which means that their army's all running away. Like I won, but they have some units that are called unbreakable, which means they didn't run. And while I was trying to kill their unbreakable unit to seal in the battle, even though I'd already won, I timed out, and it gave me a tie on the battle, so I didn't take the place. So I got like my main lord's army totally starched, like messed up, lost so much things, and then I didn't even take it, and I had to run away in disgrace. But we pock Wulfrik there, and now both of these guys are very weak indeed, and we're going to be able to roll them up. In the auto. Because now we need to go up and fight. Yeah, them too. I guess we'll do this. Man, I'm like, man, we shouldn't have autoed that. We took too much damage. Right. Well, there's different kinds of battles. But if you don't win them, you don't win them. And we were fighting these guys here, the Chaos Dwarves. They're super evil. But they, We didn't win fast enough. It was a real shame. Get some nice levels distributed around. This dude is basically fine now. This guy is so strong. Get fight or die. We got those and those. We can start getting his yellow line. These guys got so many levels now. I knew they would, of course. That's what happens when you win a battle that big. When do they have nuclear bombs? Oh yeah, there's already nuclear bombs in the game. They come from the Skaven, which are giant rat people, or giant rats. They're human-sized rats. They may not actually exist, but yeah, no, they're definitely nukes. And these guys here have some crazy artillery. But yeah, no, there are nuclear bombs. There's magic that might as well be. There are machine guns. There are catapults that shoot goblins with little wings on them, where they like head dive into them. You know, they've got the wings to be more direct. All right, here's a battle that'll be fun. All right, we got Azog and his force against Burplesmirk. Now, if we just hold out outside, we can make all of them come to us. Right? Well, we could fight him there, and then we could get the whole garrison to come out. Unless he runs away. He won't. Good. Alright, yeah, so we get the whole garrison to run out. This is gonna be a brawl. And if you want to see a nuclear bomb, here's one shaped like a demon. It says if I auto-resulted, I would lose everything in my army. We're not gonna. Yeah, no, there's a couple of dozen factions. They're all pretty different. I've played this game through the trilogy for like 2,000 hours. So I know a lot of guys and things in the game just from looking at them. I also watch multiplayer. I don't play multiplayer myself because I'm very bad. No, I've never actually played a game. I've watched even more multiplayer Total War than I've played, though. Total Warhammer. But, alright, so all of these armies are going to come in here and reinforce. So we could just stuff them. We could just put troops over here to fight them as they come in and try to bash them off of the side. It's not totally ideal. This hero core is not that crazy, but we do have Burplesmirk. Everything in this army, Burplesmirk is the name of this this greater demon. He's like he's basically a reward for winning a lot of the campaign for this faction. He's a greater unclean one, an exalted greater unclean one, but he has this very special ability which makes everyone in my army regenerate their hit points and come back from the dead. So that's not totally uncapped, but this army is very well situated to fight for a super long time if it comes to that. Now I think what we'll do is Javi's here. Trolls to support. Champs in the forest. That's like impassable there, so we know that. That's good. So we're just going to try to get them to come and fight in the trees. We don't have any ranged units, really, so we'll be pleased enough to fight in the trees, and we just don't want them to be able to shoot us down too much. But here we go. And in a minute, they're all going to show up. So there's a maximum of 4 reinforcing armies. So I think, actually, we got, like, the garrison force. This is a garrison force here. You can tell because they're all neatly in blocks. And they've got, like, it descends in unit quality and type. We get shot up by something. Oh, by this fool. Well, swiggity swoogity. Yeah, you better run. Gonna send you back to mama in a cardboard box. Oh, look how quick he gets! Bash! This poor little guy. Just getting the break speed off. Rongvald. Ever the hero. And now these guys get buffed for more damage, which, you know, we'll see how far that gets them. And it might be like, am I just running my Lord across? Yes, but he is highly physical resistant, so is this guy, and they regenerate. We just wanted to bash this force up. Tenebrous Hammer, boom, baby, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so this is just a one-use thing that drops their leadership down by 8. Terrible. What a bad item. You know, the other effects on it are why we're using it, right? It gives them, like, Frenzy and 15 Fizz Resist. But it's not very good. Alright, now, there's the man. There's Azog. Alright, it is his army. Good. Great. I'm not afraid of him. Maybe I should be. Azog's like, he could be a scary dude, but I don't fear him. I got no respect for Azog the Slaughterer. They should call him Azog the Laughterer. That's what I call him. Oh, man! Oh, he does a Gaze and a Gash. Well, that's bad. How much does it cost him? Oh, it's a bound spell. Well, that's okay, then. How long have I been streaming so far today? 15 minutes. You caught me right at the beginning. I think you're the greatest unclean one. A regular Kugath, and we're gonna drop this Defiling Deluge here. And the Locust, because here, our Famir doing just fine. Greater Unclean One taking some damage. He has 20,000 hit points. We're not worried about him taking damage. We are worried about what's going to happen over here, though. We need to get over here if we can. Oh, man. Our champs are already getting through it. We're going to get a breath here on these 4 big guns, and we're going to try for another one here. Alright, Burplesmirk can't get out. We need to either help him or leave. We're going to help him. I mean, he could get out. He's not like a crazy duelist. He's just very strong. We don't have to, like, worry about him exactly. But we don't want to get him surrounded by, you know, these AP anti-large forces that are there. So we're just going to fly in, take care of business, beat Azog down, and try to get in here and support. We're going to get Beast of Tashnar in here. You can't see what's happening here, but this is all very important. Oh my goodness, our champs are getting totally starched there. We are in trouble. This is bad. We need to cast this spell right here, and it's going to do the most damage you've ever seen. This. Oh, yeah, there we go. We need to get out. We need to get out. Azog is going down, though. Of course, when he dies, there's going to be a big power vacuum in their forces. He's running. We're just going to get over here, though. We don't have time to chase him down. He's a little too quick for us to catch him. Well, actually, with Throgg there, he may not have been. We're still going to go. We gotta go. We gotta get over here into the main battle where the brawl is happening in the deep. Alright, how long till we get another Fountain Transportation? 20 seconds. That's alright. We got a Shadowcaster. Does he have any spells? Yeah. Overcasted Pit of Shades right here. Don't mind if I do. Pendulum there. Beast of Tashnar, need to get back here. Oh, yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. We still got plenty of Winds of Magic. Javi's coming in clutch here. We need to just move them a little bit closer here. And here, and we've got our reserve champions here. These guys need to stay in the back. They're so beat up, they'll regenerate, but they need to stay in the back right now. Orc Biggins, not having that. We're going to drop the Locust on them. Azog coming back around, that means we'll try to get a Kim on him. So you can't tell because this is all such a shambles, but it's going super well. It's just like I planned. Alright, and we're going to get another big final transmutation. Where? Right here, right here. Oh, it's going to hit everything. Come on, show me the money, show me the money. Well, you know, 6 units. It's still a freaking ton. They have a Feral Wyvern coming in. We definitely need to get some guys on that. Where's the big guy? Big guy's over here having a party. Do we want to throw a Fleshy Abundance down? No, I don't think so. I think we're okay. There, they are shattering around. They are not doing great. We're still going to be in the trees here. This is perfect for us, right? Oh, they are berserked. That is why they are charging forward. That is all right. We will let them do it, you know. Sometimes they just want to party. Marauder Hunter javelins, running out of javelins. Still, you know, very important work that they did. And then we've got these guys who are chasing something. Not really important. We're just going to get them over here to try to push up. We got more and more of their reinforcements are streaming in, of course. But that's the thing about late game reinforcements. They've got to come in like a clumsy way. You can only get 40 people on the battlefield. You know, that's the law. 40 guys of whatever quality. Whew. You know, these battles, this is why we play the game, you know. This is this is the sort of engaging insanity that is why you play very hard. So that you can fight a whole ton of orc armies and feel like you're supposed to be fighting them and not that the game is just cheating. But we'll get old Burple over here. And we are about to get another massive final transmutation. I'm not going to check his value till the end of the battle, but let me just tell you that caster is why this is going well. The damage off final transmutation is insane. And it hit everything. It doesn't hit your guys, it only hits theirs. Kim there, Kim here. They're like on our rock lovers there. We're fighting orc biggins with trolls. This is not a good fight. It'll be okay. But then we hit the Tenebrous Forge Hammer, and now everybody's happy again. Do we do like a Fleshy Abundance? Try to get... You know, why not? Throw a big Fleshy down. Fleshy Abundance is a healing spell. Normally you wouldn't use it to heal like regular units like Marauders because they can't come back from the dead, right? So if they've already lost 20% of their models, they're 20% deplenished. But deplenished? Diminished. Someone at work said deplenished the other day, and I said a lot of how I thought it should be a real word, and then I started accidentally saying it. But it looks like they're getting army lost. Look at that. These chumps. You never had me, you never had your car. That's the good stuff there. So we absolutely wreck them. This was a big army we were fighting. It feels good. All right, all right. And we're just rubbing it in a little bit because we have to fight these guys again soon. Like, right after this. $45K value with 3,600 value on it. Well, you know, crazily, the Shadow guy did almost as much as him. But he also does good damage anyway. But yeah, so... Not as dominant a showing from him as I thought we were going to see, but hundreds of kills on our Marauders. Troll's doing alright. You know, we got 4K out of him. Yeah, just a lot of good damage there on these armies. Sure, it was just, you know, an army and a garrison, but it could have been, we could have fought more, right? If they would have brought more, we would have killed more. And he gets 30% spell resist. It's personal spell resist. It's very nice though, right? Because you take something like those magic missiles that we were getting hit with in the last one, well, it's suddenly a much different proposition with 30% more damage reduction on it. And they get all of their stuff Skilla does. We can put her on auto. Rampant Ruination doesn't matter. This guy's already on auto. This guy's already on auto. This guy can go on auto. The game will automatically like give them abilities, but it'll also automatically give them bad ones. So you can only put them on automatic once you've got things set up. All right, so here it's time to. If we do the auto, we lose a couple of the RORs. That's annoying, but then we don't have to do the fight, and doing the fight would be more annoying since we already fought here. You know, it's not like we're avoiding the fight. Sack it for the money, although we have a 500,000. Yeah, it's the right choice. Alright, so this guy needs something else in the army. What is it? Well, you know, trolls have horrible regeneration. Given the old armored chaos trolls, a couple of them wouldn't go amiss, right? No, because we could get a river and a bile, and that would give us more of the abilities, and that would be better. And even if he gets me here, I don't think he'll try to attack me with just that army. And if he did, I mean, 3 giants, some trolls. I mean, it's not nothing, but we'd be alright. Alright, so we need to spin up another army. But where and whom? I'm gonna say just like pure Chimera, right? Of course, there's only a couple places we could recruit that army.
Enslave the Southerners. Tremble. Tribesmen, gather.
And we just burn his stuff down, and then we're gonna colonize there, because you can do that. That's a little sneaky thing you can do, right? You can burn it down and then use the army that burned it down to colonize it, allowing you to, you know, get your raise on. Ragnar's here. What is he doing? Oh, he was just off wrecking shop up there, being a guy, doing a thing. Alright, so Wulfrik, that's right, he already fought Elspeth and them all this turn. We were trying to figure out if we want to fight Toddy and Franz right now. Well, if not, then they go and get the Brass Keep. Well, they'll be in March, and that's good. Well, if we just knock Toddy off of them, because I don't think they're linked here. Yeah, they're not linked on We can knock him off, go to raiding camp, and then if Franz wants to fight us there, we'll have the bonuses there. All right, so yeah, we'll just run the hero crew up and stuff them. Should be able to get through with minimal losses to the other part of the army, because man, you know, we really got eaten up a bit in that Elspeth fight. That was a scary force though. Cannons, guns, lady on a dragon looking hot. I love my Elspeth. She's like 300 years old, doing death magic. She wears a lot of black. I like that. She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So the land ship is trying to shoot at us, but it's, you know, running into problems like trees. Wow. You know, it's still doing it, though, so we don't want to let it keep on having a party. But the thing about these fools is because they're, like, trying to shoot at one guy, they may not notice that the other guy's about to catch them! And we pop every ability in the book, and some of the ones that aren't in the book. Doing your pre-calculation while watching? Nice, nice. You know, I myself took calculus once upon a time. Let me tell you, you couldn't give me a quiz today. It was a long time ago. I was like a bad math student. I did well in class, but like I never this might sound weird, maybe not. I never, like, got why math was supposed to interest me, though. It was just, like, a thing to be good at. Like, whenever I was, like, a little kid, there were a couple, like, fun things with numbers I got, but, like, my teacher could tell me this is what calculus is used for, and I would be like, I don't get it. Why? How? How can this make me go to space? Why is doing math good for anything? And no matter how much somebody explains it to me, it just, like, goes right over me. I'm like, you know what? Why don't I stick to something practical, like writing poetry? And we're gonna hit him with the old Hunter of the Champions. We explode the steamship, execution style, baby. Like, what are we fighting here? Oh, Royal Arctic fights. Oh, jeez, why? No, 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 no. Oh, we're gonna lose our stuff. I mean, they're almost dead. Royal Arctic Griffites are a regiment of renown for the Empire. They're Hippogriff Riders. They have AP and halberds. They're real scary. They also are among the coolest looking models in the game. There you see the other coolest model in the game, the Skin Wolf, chasing them down. It's just such an awesome game. They're trying really hard to catch the fleeing units. There he goes. Give it a call, try. Yep. Nice. Yeah. I, you know, like, in high school I just took, like, you know, whatever. The teachers were like, this is an advanced math class. And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Are my friends going to be in it? Because, like, I didn't learn a ton in school. I preferred to learn, like, on my own time, right? But because I, like, lived in the same town my whole life, there were a lot of people that I went to school with that, like, I didn't want to be around, and if I could, like, be pretty sure that they weren't going to be in, you know, AP World History, well, baby, it's time to take AP World. Okay, so the raiding camp would actually hurt my buddy here. Well, we can just move here, take the replenishment from being in a friendly area, and then Carl... Or, I'm like, or we could charge Carl. Why don't we just charge Carl? That was technically a misclick. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Alright, so here we have Sunmaker. Sunmaker is crazy. We're just not going to get shot by it. Back in my day, indeed. I am an old person, you know. My sunny disposition and my rosy outlook on my ability to play, like, a whole lot of video games every day does make me seem young, but I am an old person. Makes me want to go and put on a sweater and talk about how things just used to be a little bit different back in my day. We're gonna hide the we're gonna hide the mammoths in the forest over here where they're not hidden at all. It's smart. Don't worry about it. Hero block and Wulfrik block, and we'll move everybody else back here. Because I just want them to not get killed. Like, I'm not worried about these fools. Like, at all, right? I'm just... I have no respect for the Empire. They're just not good enough at fighting to make me worried about them, right? Taking floriculture. Nice! Yes, you know, you just gotta make sure none of your enemies like flowers, and then it's off to the races, baby. Like, if Franz wants to, yeah, come get somebody. Yeah, I dare you. I dare you. 100 champions. Lock him down. He doesn't even have infantry support. We are gonna murk this dude. That's really funny. If you go to the second page for Wulfrik's thing, because he has too many abilities, it goes on the second page for everybody else, but you can't, like, move it off. Here, we're just gonna drop this right there. Karl Franz, he's Prince and Emperor, but you know what he's not doing? Winning this fight. And there we use the Sunmaker against him, because they're shooting the Sunmaker in right here. It does explosive damage, right? Right, it does. And so it's just mauling their infantry. The Sutsun's guns doesn't do friendly fire, but all of that, like, look at all that damage. that wasn't the Mammoth doing all that. Franz is still kicking, of course. He's a real champ. He's a tough old boy. But he can't do anything against us here. You know, this is why they need 2 armies. They can't be messing with us normally. But we very well used the Sunmaker against them here. Whenever I saw it, I was like, you know, we can just hang out. We'll be fine. Franz finally gets isolated a little bit by a couple of guys who can actually hit him, and he goes down. Glorious. So much for the Emperor, man. But it just goes to show how not sporting you have to be to win the game. No, not really. I mean, look, you can only get these heroes. These are 2 legendary heroes. If we had 6 heroes in the other armies, they'd be better too. But actually, long ago, whenever I started Wulfrik's army, I was like, you know, we'll give him the heroes. He's not going to be as strong as Throgg after all. But, so Wulfrik took out 4 strong Empire armies this turn. And could still come and fight some more. That's nice. Getting the caster surrounded is not nice. They're going to flee soon, but it's still not ideal. They're going to get army loss very quickly on here. This damage that we're doing to the Sunmaker is certainly going to help, because a huge part of their balance of power is tied up there, and they're still almost getting out here. And it'll take as much as like 1 turn for the Empire to get put back together again, so... Woohoo! We win again! It says it has 238 damage, Delta's gold value. This Sunmaker, his own artillery, definitely killed like half of his own infantry. I didn't do all that. Boom, baby. And there... we see, basically, a flawless performance. Good, good, good. We can't go raiding camp for the bonus replen because we're in our friend's lands and we don't want to mess up his stuff. I mean, we could do it. We're very friendly with him, right? Yeah, we're 247. We could spare a turn of it, but we don't need to get into a fight right now, right? We can wait because these 2 armies are at least 1 turn away. Have you read all those books behind me? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any on those 2 shelves that I haven't read yet. There's another shelf there, and one in there, and then one in there, in the other room. And there's like a couple on those I haven't read. But yeah, one can never have enough bookshelves. Alright, amazing. What a turn. What a turn. Right, I know. Look, I'm just glad to be in an era where nerdy stuff is cool and you know, favorite genre of literature. I would say the literature that most defines me as as a person and an artist, as a lover of the art form, would be the Russian literature of the 1800s. Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, Chekhov, Gogol, Pushkin, Lermontov. You can go around the whole world and then find your heart somewhere you didn't expect to. And that, to me, was being a little boy, like 6, and reading Notes from Underground and being like, oh man, this guy gets it. The fact that the narrator of Notes is incredibly unlikable and I didn't pick up on that just says a little bit about me, not a ton, don't worry about it. As a kid, I didn't know nothing. Alright, so here we're just going to try to do this with limited nonsense to us. We're just going to run old Burple up to the front, and oh no, we can't do that. They're giants. Oh boy, this is actually going to be interesting. Yeah, we'll just make them come to us. We've got, you know, a couple couple of champs that aren't beat up, but we definitely don't want to be totally without our support here. And we'll just make them come to us, because it'll make them go slower. I don't want... The real thing is, I don't want my lord to be stuck around somewhere else where he can't do anything. These Doom Divers, we can just soak the damage on him. That's fine. He has such a massive hit point pool. I think they would run out of all the ammo they had before they could do, like, half of it. Oh, man, no. They're on skirmish mode. What are you doing? They got charged and taken out by a much, much slower force. Feels bad. Alright, we can't catch them. Just gonna breathe some fire on these black orcs. Oh yeah, that's right. Our whole army has poison, so that'll help some. These guys have 4 models left, but they're regenerating, you know, so if we just run them away, they'll all come back from the dead. Because we want to fight people, like, right here, so that our javelins can get some damage out. It is sketchy. We got a fireball cast there, though, so we should use it. We have a whole lot of magic. Oh, yeah. We have a power reserve of 150, so we can cast like 1,000 spells. We'll be alright. And the Chem dive here, very successful. These are Mangler Squigs, which can't give battle to Chimeras. If this dude wants to fight us, I think we win the 2v1 very handily. In the air, so let's do that. River Trolls here. We need to get a downhill charge into these Black Orcs. And then they've got chariots there. We need to not get hit by them. Burple's having a time. Oh, Deluge hits so many guys. Beautiful. Alright, we need to get up here now and throw an overcasty on them. Chariots getting shrucked on. Orc Boy Biggins fighting good targets there and there. Fimmer cleaning up that. Alright, now we need Javelin Hunters here. We get rid of these Borbiggins and then get the surround on this giant. Burplesmirk's having a party. The Chimeras are just chilling. Alright, let's get a Fire Breath here and a Fire Breath here. Downhill charge there. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop chasing. There we go. Back up, back up. Need to get here. Charge in there. These champs coming down the hill. Alright, perfect. Perfect. And then javelin on the giant, javelin on the giant. Do we fireball him in the face? No, that's awesome, but probably not good. Now getting back on the Doom Divers, we're just going to get on the Lobas there and there. These guys finally, you know, after the first failure, they're doing fine now. These guys are, they're in their element. They are doing their skirmishing. And as long as they don't get caught, they'll be okay. Giant goes down, running out of javies, but that giant goes down. Tenebris did our little blah 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 there. We're in good shape. You prefer fantasy? I like plenty of stuff that's come out like while I'm alive, but most of the literature that I like is, you know, from before I was born. But then also, you know, like Greek and Roman stuff and, you know, the French literature of the 1800s is very dear to my heart. You have to get ready for your passport appointment. Well, make sure you comb your hair. You know, they prefer that. You don't want to go up there for a picture and have them say, "Why don't you go into the bathroom and comb your hair?" I assume. I'm only kidding. I don't have a passport. I should probably get one. I should probably. Naturally messy. Oh no! Because when I got my picture for my ID taken, I had like slightly longer, not like long hair, right? It was a couple of years ago. Did I have hair in it? Or was that an ID before this one? I'm not going to show it on the stream. I just need to look so I'm not lying. Oh yeah, yeah. I had a little bit of hair and I had like a beard, you know, more of one. And now I frequently just have a mustache, so sometimes people will they'll look at it, or like once I got pulled over for like one of my taillights was out. I think it was. No, it was tags. I had to pay the state like $20 and I hadn't done it. But the taillight was what I fixed that day before I got pulled over. And you know, the police, they look at my ID and they go, "You got a haircut?" And I say, "Yes, I did it myself." And then they complimented my mustache, and at that point I knew that I was not getting the ticket. Because these cops hadn't been in my car for 2 seconds before they said something nice about my mustache, and I was like, "Aw, you guys." Oh yeah, there we go. That's what we needed. We take the Silver Pinnacle, and this gives us a place to recruit Marauder champions here, which is excellent. Did you get arrested? No. No, they wouldn't do that to me. I pay taxes. I'm like, "Did you know that I work at a restaurant in town? I'm sure you've had good experiences there." Oh yeah, Bjarki gets regeneration. Pit of Shadesman gets better. Alright, alright. Good, good, good. Alright, Alright, so we lost a unit in this army. What was it? Oh, armored skin wolves or something, maybe? Mammoth? Not seeing it. Well, what do we want? Oh, it's the chariots. The ROR chariots. Well... I'm like, I don't want a regular skin wolf when an armored one is so much better. I guess we can take... just an armored chaos troll. That's totally fine. It's a good choice. And these guys, you know, they're having a bad time over here. They don't know it yet, but they are. All right, and Arbal the Undefeated would potentially work for me. That's right. That's what I was thinking about the other day. But I'm thinking we just won't do that, and then we'll fight him. The goal of the game. So there are, like I said, you know, there's 24 different races, and they all have different legendary lords. So they assign you victory conditions at the beginning based on who you are. So one Empire Lord might be Unite the Empire. One of them might be, you know, explore all these magical things. One of them might be go find the books for your religious stuff. One of them, you know, might be whatever. But they'll have certain things, or they'll be like nondescript, like take over 30 places, do some monster hunts. Like this is Throgg's. So we need to get all of our troll things leveled up, hunt around, fight 64 different places, 60 different places, get some troll dens, and become Supreme Hunter. So Supreme Hunter is these hunts, which is just for Norska, where we go and look for legendary creatures to fight. So our goal right now to get a win screen is just to do a few more hunts, which there's a little bit of a cooldown around some of them, but here we go. Now we can do another one. I'm like, how do we even become Supreme Hunter? Alright, we gotta do one more of the taming hunts and 3 trophy hunts, so... yeah, but basically the goal is to take over the world in whatever way you see most fit. If you're the Wood Elves, it'll be taking over the trees, the magical trees of the world, and restoring them to glory. If you're Chaos, it's going to be burning it down. If you're Britonia, it's going to be very French, ride horses, and make everybody work for you. If you're the Vampires, it's going to be very vampire-y and try to get everybody to work for you. But it just sort of depends. But in general, it's go around, level up your guys, get a bigger army, build buildings in your places, and have the coolest battles you've ever seen. Now we could fight him here. They like never declare war on anybody. I don't even know if they will leave their lands to get at you. This army's bad now. We had to get a bunch of bad units in it. I think we just set out over here. We can get we can do recruitment right now if we move over here. So perfect. Big movement. And he can wait a turn, because Throgg needs to get... 4 of them? That seems bad, doesn't it? We could do 3 in an armored skin wolf. Yeah, it seems okay. I mean, I would like to just throw another hero in here, though. You know, why don't we do that? Why don't we just... Why not 2 of them? Why not 2 of them? Alright, one of them gets vicious, one of us gets twisted flesh. Stack there. No, wait. Fantasy races. Oh, I mean, yeah. Most of the fantasy races do not get along at all. We're Norska. We're run by this troll guy here, Throgg. But Norska, in general, is like... Think of them like evil Vikings. Not that the Vikings were very unevil, but these are like actually evil Vikings, right? Like, these guys are major evil. They're bad news. Good old Halfthor here, and we're just gonna give him like a full Chimera army. Yeah. Alright, and now he's got the 4 guys that he'll need. And I just need to level him up real quick. Pillager, mobility. This guy, replenish, growth, miasma, pendulum.
Suits me. Did you say something? Take that.
You know, and it won't be an amazing army, but it will be very good. You know, it'll have the hero core, and then it'll have just a ton of chimeras, and we can run it down. This will be like a great reinforcing army, because you could just put that on auto and be like, yeah, you know, they'll be fine. What do you wear for a passport? Do you wear makeup? I would say Google it, maybe? I would think that you want to look like you would expect to look when you're using a passport. I think that's the general rule of thumb, right? You know, so you don't want to... You don't want to be... Like, I wouldn't, like, wear a tie in my picture, because I'm not going to be wearing a tie, you know? I don't want to... If I got a passport picture taken, I would need to, you know, shave the cheeks and get the mustache, like, you know, in a nice little place. So that way, whenever I show up, I'll be like, do a little smooth... And they'll know it's me. No, I've never left the country. I don't think they would let me back in. You know, like, the only reason they let me be an American is because I was born here. Like, they wouldn't have taken me if I had asked or anything. So.
Overrun the world. On the prowl. Okay.
Bjarki right in there. This guy is taking the Black Pit. Oh, we'll fight them here. This is better. They're in March.
Dominate. Yes. Fine. The crow directs me. I won't.
Alright, so Wulfrik's here, and they've got... Oh, a whole bunch of guys. Okay, war wagons with mortars. Meh. Archers. Whole bunch of long rifles.
I refuse. Wulfrik, the one.
Like, you know, it'd be better for us to heal up for another turn before we did all this. Let's
Spoil the land. Heading out.
here. All right. Do we need to get anything else in this army? The Bear Man is not good enough to be here, right? He's not. Like, we all love the Bear Man, but he's not good enough. Trolls? No, a third Chimera. A third Kim would be good. Because 3 Kims can fight like anybody in the air. 2 can get a little wonky.
Can't kill with any weapon. To the 4 corners.
I'm just going to distribute some items real quick. Burn these together real quick. The Book of Ashur, always... It might be the only blue arcane item that we get access to. It's not terrible, it's just not as flashy as some books can be. Alright, so Wulfrik chills there for another turn. Probably Ragnar's there. Bjarki's cool there. Sirtha Ek is up here punching Archie in the face. Poor little Archie. Poor little guy.
Chieftain of the Throgg. Decamping. Yes.
Alright, we need to do another hunt. But which, precious?
Trolls must evolve.
Where are we close to? Ulthuan, Golden Tower, Necron, Help It? Help It. Or Drakenhof. But I mean, Help It, what would we do that hunt with? This weird army with all the Kims? Yeah, we could do it there. Going to Costa Rica for your college Spanish class? Oh, cool! I had some friends that studied abroad. Not there, but some went to Australia. I knew a guy that went to Japan. I think that was pretty hard to get into. He was very excited about it. All right. The thing about Arbile is you just don't want to deal with him. He's a champion of Khorne, and he acts like one. Khorne's slogan is blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne, and man do they mean it. Bloody business is activated. Of course, we have a low model count army, so that is relatively bad for us. Ooh, village is alive. Sale is still alive. Oh, glorious. We're going to get him.
Despoil and why so silent? To the brain.
Village is scary. I'm not looking forward to trying him. I mean, we could do it. I just... it's gonna be rough.
Enslave the Southerners. This way.
This Skinwolf Werekin's name is Carlos. This one is Sigurd. A much more Norskin name than Carlos. I mean, I guess there's a lot of different Norskins. I don't know if I've seen that one before. Like Garm, traditional. Well, Little Calico, enjoy your day. It was nice hanging out. Good to see you. Alright, if we go here... No, I don't think we want to do that. If we go here, we can go to ambush and induce them to make a mistake, maybe?
Chieftain of the tribe. Absolutely not. Yes. Yes, Lord. Accepted. The tribe consents.
Wolf Claw banner? Oh, I mean, it's okay.
Journeying. Tribesmen, gather.
We're just trying to sack everything to get all of the cool Norskin items. There's a whole bunch of them. You know, you probably can't expect to get all of them in a campaign, but I sure would like to. Alright, how are we getting any closer to one of these? No, I don't think so, because like we're mainly just fighting chaos, and the chaos dwarves yeah, we're no closer to that. We just gotta get that done, which, you know, that was a failure of the past. But in 7 more turns, we can be happy again, and we'll have the Ice Forged Legion once more. All right, we're just gonna do a taming hunt. We have to go all the way up there for it. Well, I guess these are blasted waste and not the chaotic waste, but you know. We could send this guy to that hunt and maybe he'll be able to do it. It might time out before we get anyone there. A peace treaty? Heh, pathetic. Oh, we get a brawl. Alright, 3 armies coming in to fight. What do we got? A reinforcing army of terrifying strength. and one of medium strength. But they don't have any real hitters, right? They don't have anyone like Franz that's here. So we just need to not get shot up, and we'll be fine. After all, this is the army with the hero core. This will probably be the last fight we do for the session, but... So here, I think the worry is, like, if we try to stuff them, do we end up... No, I mean, I think we should be fine. We'll just go hard, right? Because if we have 2 minutes to get there, and we get them on the wall, then they'll be so scrunched up they won't be able to shoot, right? And that is what we're going to have to hope for. Their artillery is rocking a hard place right now. They're just really not having a good time. Hate that for them. And we are able to funnel them all into what I can only describe as a very good position for me. And not a very good position for them. Behind the rock. On the wall. Beautiful stuff. Fire breath coming in. Gorgeous. Oh, those are huntsmen. We don't need to be taking that. That's anti-large ammunition there. Oh, their hero's only level 4? Well, he picked a bad time to learn how to fight. Okay, Sea Fang right here. This is going to do so much. Beautiful. Gorgeous, and in all other ways, very good. But now the others are here. Miners with blasting charges. Every old thing is here. But, importantly, we're on the wall. That's where we want to be. Does this dude not have a femur caster? Oh, that's why his replin's low. We need to get one of those. But here, this overcasted final transmutation will get the work that we need there. Wulfrik's getting shot. Wulfrik can stand it, though. You know, he'll be alright. These Hellblaster volley guns, though, we have to get on. They will chew up anything with a couple of free shots, but it looks like they're not going to get enough of them. Skinwolves onto the back. Beautiful. Oh, geez, what is... How are they... Oh, the, The Hellstorm's still a little bit online there. Funny. Oh, it was this one. Hey, just got here. Well, it's a total party here for Wulfrik. He's having a grand old time. The Chimeras are doing a really good job of staying stuck on the ground. That's excellent. You love to see it. We're just going to run the Maw Herd across the side there. For all that this army is very scary, we did what we needed to do, which is get in their face about it. Long Rifle's having a party, so are we, so are we. These armored skin wolves are having the best time. Of course, they have totally juiced stats here in Wulfrik's army. It's so good. We're gonna get up in the air, do a little bit more fire breathing. No, not on the mortars, that's dumb. But they are totally stuffed against the back wall, and that is why you gotta have a front line. If all you are is ranged, I'll just avoid the range. And there's their army losses. What, you brought 3 armies? You thought 3 would be enough? Why not 10? Get out. Get out. Hey, Limtrix. How are you? Good morning. Or afternoon. A beautiful fight. Total devastation. Just great. A heroic victory, and indeed it was. Taking on 3 armies with our army, we lost 3 guys, because that is how it's done. Love it. This is like over the intern. They came to me. They brought all those armies to me. I didn't even have to run them down. The ambush doesn't work. He walked around us. Like, why don't we just go here, raiding camp, and I bet he'll just come to us, right? This little fool with his little wall army. Hey, we got another cool thing. What is it? It is the Charm of the Gods, which gives you... Oh! Oh! Oh, okay. Ward save, character experience gain, and this AoE that heals friends around you. No, it heals you, and it heals your friends a bit. Well, I know what that means. That means Wulfrik is gonna get a way to heal himself.
Wulfrik the Wanderer.
You know what's better than Obsidian Trinket? A Charm of the Gods! Also, you know, a little bit of ward save never hurt anybody. 37 ward save, 32. There, it's pretty good. Let's give him that, and let's give Skilla
The correct path.
the Potion of Healing.
Sea Fangs ready. The eternal challenger. Never. I am the Wanderer. It is settled. Finally. Executing. Shackled. World Walker. Strike firm. Taking heed. Despoil and ravage. A certainty. Dominate. My challenge? Undeniable. On the move. Fetch me some meat.
Yeah, we definitely need a female caster in this army for the replenishment. Do we have one to spare anywhere? No, we would only be taking one of them from most places. Wish we had universal recruitment for him, that'd be nice. There must have been one in the army at some point and then it got popped. Well, must is putting it strongly. It doesn't must needs be anything. Now old Lamont is going over here. I mean, that's not going to go super great for him, but at least, you know, at least they're trying. They're going around. They're looking for people to brawl with. That's always respectable. Bjarki over here. I mean, I guess we can just move down this way and then...
Will enslave the Southerners. What? Tribesmen. Northmen come. Decamping. I submit.
So with the egg here, because I'm like...
Yes, Lord. Move on then. Slaughter the ship.
Fallen Chieftain's Jewel. There we go. Get dampened. Negative armor, but 25 phys resist. I mean...
Yes. Take what's theirs. Chieftain of the tribe. Despoil and ravage. War unceasing. Sent by the sun.
You think to spar with us? Even Tommen has more about him.
Because Sail's right over here, and then we can get him on our team, and then we'll have all the Norskin lords. Just as planned.
I
And here I think we just move down to help it. We can do that hunt there, rather. Why don't we? Yeah, let's stop that one. There we go. And then Halfthor can do that hunt next turn. And now we've pushed the Empire back pretty far, right? Because they don't have any of this land. Elspeth has 22 settlements. Where? She must have, like, all of this. Well, I guess maybe she has this too, but that's 22. My man, the Emperor's got 4. Again, you got 7 characters level 100. Nice. You're trying. Is that like all that you can get, or are you just going for all of them? Trying to get everyone. Yeah. Got to catch them all, right? Pokemon. All right. Do I have time for one more battle? Yeah, I have time for one more battle. Oh, it's this map. I know it well. Once I fought the most dwarves here. No, I was the dwarves, I remember. We were fighting corn. And of course, this whole army regenerates, so we're not in the slightest bit worried about like anything bad happening to us. I just want to be fighting in a place where our heroes can get back into the battle once we start. So what we're gonna do is fly over the back and breathe some fire, maybe on the trolls, maybe on the biggins. It's a Goblin Great Shaman on a spider, so he'll have gaze, but if we're going through the trees, he'll probably gaze like right into the trees. He's about to cast it now, I imagine. Breathing on the biggins here. Beautiful. And even getting a couple of trolls as we're at it. In this dive, I don't want to commit to it, but I figured we could get a bite in on the chems and then get away right before we run into these guys. I figure we could get into the air and be totally fine. Please get in the air. Yeah, there's my boys. Warhammer is such an awesome game. Look at the giant spider. Like, look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at the trolls. Look at the greenskin horde as it comes across. Look how happy they are. They're so excited. I love this game. It's so cool looking. Of course, you can't really spend the time to look around most of the time, because you got to be worried about dying. But right now, we're okay. They've got a long way to walk. And they brought their chariots out to get eaten. These are the funniest chariots ever, right? The spike wagons, the pump wagons. Because they have a guy here turning the wheel, right? And they got a dude on the back, you know, with the rudder. Got guys throwing things at them. It's great. They're a hilarious unit. Greenskins are fun. But they get shattered there. Good, good, good. My man gets gazed. That's alright. We're gonna go fight this colossal squig. Try to cause a blob up here and get like some magic on it or some odd. I'm like, we don't need to ransom visitations here. We're fine without increasing our power. Boy, Biggin's getting totally trucked. They're trying to get something here. We end up countercharging the Mangler Squigs beautifully. You know, we still take a bunch of damage on the infantry from it. That's unavoidable. Mangler Squigs are pretty good for that. But a downhill charge into the trolls. From here, downhill charge into the Biggins, charge here, just get the Javies in a spot. There. Onto the chariots, onto the troll, onto the troll, onto the troll. Rear charge for the board Biggins there, pretty bad. We've got the infantry to fight against them, but we're gonna lose. Like that whole Javi group, what are you gonna do, right? Alright, magic. We haven't done any magic. Why not? A big, a glorious, an overcasted pit of shades, right up the middle. Alright, what do we want to do here? Over fleshy? No. Over rancid on the big guy. Just nuke him, right? Yeah. Just do a ton of damage out of the spell. Shadow working its work. Gonna go ahead and what? Yeah. This will drop the base on this whole block. That's like 4 units of infantry. Definitely worth the pendulum there. Well, you know, sometimes the grind in a game can be its own reward, right? You know, to use a personal example, I didn't set out to plant the most wheat in the world, and I don't have the most wheat in the world yet, but one day I might. And not because it's not a grind or it's going to take forever, but because I found the meaning in the grind, right? You know, I was searching through it all for the beauty, for the through line that was going to let me see the purpose of life, you know. And it was wheat. It was just wheat. And, you know, anything could be the meaning of life. The center of the world to a crow could be the greasy piece of food that it is eating, you know. Hey, big ol' beat down. And of course, ending up basically in the same shape as we started. But it only takes a couple of heavy cav charges to drop through a whole javelin group. Of course, they have like 15 armor and only like 6k HP, so they really get trucked on whenever they get hit. It'll be alright. After all, we wanted them to come and hit us, and they did. Great success. Now, I don't have time for this fight. I have to get on with my day. Do we just retreat? Yeah, okay. I'm like, I think from those reinforcements that we could probably get away. It's like, I thought I knew where they were at, and I did. Yeah, so they brought 4 armies here. We can just run away from them. It's no biggie. Carlos Frenzito is moving up here now, you know, that's fine too. But yeah, we can just move up here, and then Ragnar is there. Wulfrik's here, doing fine. These very annoying, massive amounts of heroes are, you know, being a headache, but maybe somebody else will deal with them someday. But anyway, wonderful stuff. Burple's having a good time. Yeah, he must have lost one of his werekin. There's no way we would have had no werekin in that army unless we just didn't have one to assign to him. But anyway, when we come back, it'll be more of this. No, I don't know what I'll play tonight. Probably this, though. Yeah, everything's going great. Our war through the north is taking over it. Turn 78, we are the lord of the monstrous horde. We've already got the short victory, of course. Oh, brutal business. That's why they were matching up a little better than I would have expected. 20 more weapon damage on all of those charges. It felt a little rough. That explains it. Alright, well, anyway. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed. Wulfrik, thanks for hanging out. It was good to see you. I know it wasn't too long before I had to go, but sometimes that's the breaks, right? But anyway, whenever we come back, it'll be more gameplay. No, we've basically won the campaign. I'm just having such a good time fighting all these armies that I'm not going to stop it while we're having a good time. But that's Throgg, the Lord of the Trolls. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed, and maybe I'll see you in another stream or video.